Hey guys, it's JR. School is open and that means a lot of you are heading to college. Brand new page in life. However, I bet a lot of you have quite a bag of mixed feelings because you didn't make it into your first college choice. Tell me about it. I totally feel you. And when I say I feel you, I honestly mean it because my childhood playmates, they all went to schools like Harvard, MIT, Virginia, UPenn, 台大, 政大, and me, well, don't get me wrong, I do love my college. It's just that I felt that kind of pressure. And I know how you feel. So today, I want to take you on a walk with me. Let's go to my college, my campus, and let's talk about this college myth. So this is where I graduated from Yzu University. I majored in international business. I think I graduated 6th or 7th in my class, kind of forgot. I joined lots of activities, lots of clubs. It was so much fun back in college. And basically, this is just the place where, to some extent, made me. So I'm gonna show you around. Let's go. So right at the entrance, there's this long slope that we walk up and down every day to school, and it's quite tiring, to be honest. But it's good exercise if you think of it on the bright side, right? You know, there's always... So right here is where you can have a good look of what campus looks like. All the buildings here are named in numbers. Building 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I know it's not quite innovative, but that's just the way it is. So in back of me is building 1, and this is where the General Education Center is. We took a lot of classes here. And if you take a look, that's building number 6. That was built the year I graduated. Building 3. That's my school. That's the management school. And over there in the far corner, that's building 2, that's the engineering departments. And right in front of us is where holds most of my precious memories of college. So let's go over there. There used to be a pool right here. This used to be... Right here at this plaza right behind me is where I joined my first student club, and this holds a lot of great memories for me. I joined the martial arts club. No joke. Ever since I was a kid, I was tiny, I was skinny, I was always finding a way to protect myself from those bullies who picked on me at school. And so when I got to college, the first thing, without a doubt, Kung Fu. And the dancing club is actually over there. So while we were here doing all kinds of hoo-ha, they were over there things like that. I was totally fanatic about this Kung Fu thing. I even became leader in my junior year, and I did so many crazy things that no leader has done before. For instance, fighting against the boxing club. That was one of my favorites. Coach got so mad about it. But anyways, I will show you where that happened in just a bit when we get there. Joining student clubs is a very crucial part of college. This is where you can develop your social skills, your communication skills, your interpersonal relationship, your leadership, etc., etc. This is where you can meet people from out of your own department. This is where you can learn things from outside of class. So don't be a bookworm. Don't squander your time goofing around. If you want to have fun and learn something at the same time and develop a new hobby, etc., join a student club. And next to the plaza is the library. Now, most students never come to the library unless it's midterm or finals. But that is such a waste because the library is such a place with valuable resources. There's all kinds of books, magazines, free internet, CDs, DVDs, all kinds of resources that you can use totally free of charge. And it's not just the libraries, there's all kinds of different resources in college that you can take advantage of. All kinds of different speeches, workshops, courses, classes, consultation, you just name it. And it's all free of charge. But once you've graduated, you're gonna have to pay up. And since we're at the library, let me share with you my little tip for preparing for big exams. If you're a freshman this year, you're probably wondering, how am I gonna handle my first midterm? You're kind of stressful right now. What I used to do was, I would go to the library 2 or 3 times a week, and I would just study a little bit, like tiny bits of studies, 30 or 40 minutes at most. So when I'm studying on a regular basis, when it comes to the big exams, the midterms, the finals, and when students are all packed up in the library, you're struggling to find a spot, my burden is not as heavy as theirs. Because I've been studying throughout the semester, but just tiny bits every single day. You don't have to do it every day. So definitely do keep an eye on your academics. That is the basic thing in college, because you do not want to get flunked. Trust me. Let's go to the next spot. This is the red brick path. It's basically not really red anymore. It's actually kind of dirty now, as you can tell. But this is the main path from the school dorm to the classroom. So basically, when you're walking here, you get to run into so many people that you know. Hey there, hi, yo man, skipping class again. It's just a small place, but decent. This is the dinosaur egg. Now every school has its own tales, right? Now our tale here is that rumor has it that if you walk through the gap between those two rocks, you'll get flunked. I've tried it before, it's not true. Ooh. Oh, this is so sweet. Flunked! This is building number 3, and this is where I took most of my required courses. And I gotta say, the only required course that I nearly flunked was accounting. And let's admit, accounting is a pain in the ass. Everybody agrees. Other than that, my GPA was 3.7. I was quite a good student, I would say. As I said, it doesn't really matter what school you go to, what school you get into. The thing that matters is your attitude when you get into college, because the only difference between good schools and bad schools is how the students got into it in the first place. But if you put in your heart, you put in thought to your learning, your academics, you will gain way more than you expected. And that's a fact. Let's be honest, Yzu University is not the best of the best, but I believe a lot of students here will do great things in the future. This is a bummer because it's starting to rain and I can't carry my umbrella while I'm shooting. Should we make the run? Let's go. Oh, forget it. It's not. I still decided to go because we need to catch a train at 5 o'clock. I need to catch that train. There used to be a softball field over there, but then they tore that down to build this, which we were quite pissed off at the time. This is the soccer field. This is basically where I started to learn soccer. After my junior year as a martial arts club leader, I decided to take on something new. I wanted new experiences in my life, and that was soccer. One day, while we were playing, one of my friends, he was a striker, and just when he was about to shoot, I grabbed him right by the legs, and my senior classmate saw that. My senior classmate was our coach, actually. He saw that and he said, "Wow, Joseph, well, you've got a lot of guts there. Now, why don't you be our goalkeeper?" And that's how I became a goalkeeper. I became a goalkeeper for our club. That soccer club later on became the school's team. But at first I didn't know nothing about goalkeeping. And at that time being, there was no YouTube, there were no internet videos. So if you wanted to learn something, what would you do? You would go to the library, right? I literally went to the school's library and I finally found this one book about soccer, and within it there were a few pages that were about goalkeeping. Now this book was very old, and it had these black and white pictures. The jerseys back then were kind of like in the 80s, like the shorts were really short, and I read that book just to learn how to goalkeep. Now that I think of it, that is quite a lot of heart. I put in a lot of heart for that. A lot of foreign workers come here to play soccer too. So we would play soccer with them and they were really good. They just creamed us. They just whipped our asses. But through that experience, that kind of honed our skills. That really built us up. And this is it. I just love it here. It's bringing back so much memories right now. If you look right here, look at that red-brown building there, that's the school dorm, and right next to it is the student activity center. So let's go there right now. College is fun. Make the best out of it. Let's go. Battery. Nice. 这是我要去的，我要去那个我们的系办，以前的系办局。你要去5楼是活动中心，对不对 ？OK， 我待会儿也会上去。Wow, that was neat. This is the Students Activity Center. I'm trying to find my club office. Maybe the club doesn't even exist anymore because we never had many club members anyways. British is more diapers. Kind of messy in here. Nobody's been really cleaning up, I guess. This is where I once fought the boxing club leader. We were at the boxing club and they asked us if we wanted to, come up on stage and fight a friendly. So I said, yeah, of course. 2 of my junior classmates went up, they fought, they got beaten up. And then, just when we were about to go, everybody was yelling, leader against leader, leader against leader, leader against leader, leader against leader. And I knew I couldn't run away from that. So that was my very first fight ever. He was like at least 10 centimeters taller than I was, and he was strong, like he was a killing machine. I was knocked out in literally 3 seconds. But I got up and I continued fighting. That was a good experience. My advice is take as much as you can away from college. Nice people. This is the first time that I ever joined a singing contest in college, and that was when I was a freshman. We were a group of 4 people. We were singing Backstreet Boys. And we won. I remember after winning that day, on the elevator, there was this girl inside. She was a freshman too, and she said, wow, that guy can really sing, that guy who sung Backstreet Boys. But then she said, the elevator was packed with people, so she didn't see me in the back. And then she said, he sings really good, but he looks kind of lame. So the food looks definitely much better. They got teeth booths. An hour later, actually I have to be in another place because we are going to a football match. We're gonna have to be going. So that was me in my college, and I guess what I want to say is it doesn't matter that much about what college you made it into. It matters more about what you made out of it. I needed 140 credits to graduate. I graduated with 169 credits. I took these classes because I wanted to. Not for the credits. Well, I got the credits in the end, but still, I joined the classes because I wanted to. We go to school to learn knowledge, not to gain credits. There are both things you can learn in class and things you can learn within the entire college experience. So with all my heart, I wish you guys to make the best out of it.